going on, Shadow Bandits? Welcome back to the show. They don't want you to know. That's right. We are bunkered down with your host, Sarge Mayhem, and we got a special guest today. We got Char, aka Gut Punch Barbie. We got some interesting questions for her, but first, we're going to let her introduce herself. So, Char, thank you for being bunkered down. We got to talk to your significant other, Lewis, and it's interesting to see the other half, his other part. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we got some questions for you.
All right. Well, I'm Shar. Grew up in upstate New York and lived in Maryland since I moved here to go to college. I graduated from Morgan State University with a degree in industrial and systems engineering, and then got a master's degree in Virginia Tech. Just recently retired as an Army civilian at the end of this month after 28 years of federal service. So really excited about that, and have been into firearms and training for the last, I don't know, it's been like 10, 11 years, something like that. So really excited to be in this space and now to dedicate my like full time to it. So I'm really excited about getting more into helping people achieve the goals they want to achieve, whether it be defensive shooting, competition shooting, all that good stuff. I also run two chapters of a national organization called A Girl and a Gun. So
Mm-hmm.
really do a lot of outreach to women, and super excited about that. I'm a certified firearms instructor, USCCA, NRA, all that good stuff, and constantly training, and also competition shooter. So really love three gun shooting, which is like my really my platform. I really love it. Really stretches me and pushes me. So that's exciting, and I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Three gun, like people don't realize three guns hard. Like
Oh
that's
yeah.
that ain't no joke. Uh,
Yep, I just
that
did a competition yesterday. Yep.
yeah.
So it's
I
a lot of
mean,
fun though.
you get guys that are really good at pistol, guys that are really good rifle, really good shotgun, and generally they're not very good at each of them. And then you find that
Hmm.
person that's not perfect at any of them, but is good with all of them, and it's like
Hmm.
I mean, I'd rather that guy because he could pick up whatever and be more or less proficient in it. So that's that's awesome. Is there any like other than say concealed carry or home defense or something like that with USCCA or NRA that you also have? Like some of the ones I have is like the uh, shooter, like active shooter. I have AR fundamentals. I have like first aid fundamentals. Did you get any other ones along the way?
Yeah, I have AR fundamentals. I did do
Awesome,
USCCA's
awesome.
defensive pistol, their original defensive
Hmm.
shooting fundamentals instructor one, but I have not done their new defensive pistol program. I did
I heard it's a
NRA.
little tougher.
I keep hearing that, so it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah,
People keep swearing it's so tough, but I don't know. I haven't been interested in doing that one. And I did NRA, refuse to be a victim,
okay, yeah.
of course CPR and AD and all that good stuff, first aid. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, but I haven't done like Range Master or
Oh
any of
yeah, I
those. I've
mean,
been thinking about whether or not I wanted to do those, and I keep getting mixed reviews. So something I'm thinking about. But I do always want to continue to do different instructor development because it's really important, especially with working with different people, being able to explain concepts and things in different ways. Because I know that sometimes people don't always get it the first way you explain it. So it's nice to have different perspectives. That's why I love having the NRA and the USDCA kind of perspective on how to train things. And then I'm always taking instructor development classes with A Girl and a Gun. We have a national conference every year, and I always make sure I take at least one instructor development course. Like I've done courses with Mike Ox and Brian Hill, and so of course this is Lewis calling me right now. He must have forgot I told him we were doing this. So yeah, so instructor development is extremely important to me. So I definitely want to make sure I stay up on the latest trends and and how to teach people. But I also have a lot of experience in teaching people outside of firearms. Like all my Army career, I was an instructor for different software programs and teaching people and mentoring people in that regard. So I bring all of that to bear. I like bringing my technical expertise to bear in the firearms community.
Yeah, I mean, especially like the younger community and stuff like that, they're into computers and stuff like that. So if you can relate the software to the computers, then you can relate to them, and then you can put it in the terms that they understand. So, 100%. All right. So let's start off with the questions. Did you grow up around guns? As in, was it part of your family life or something that you just discovered later, like in your career as an Army civilian? Which, congratulations on your retirement, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much. No, actually, I did not. My dad was in the Army and then later in the Air Force, which was weird. But no, guns were not something that was really something we talked about or did in my in my home. So it wasn't until like later on, I'd say my first marriage, me and my husband at the time, we went to the range like once, and it was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then of course I was around guns all the time with the Army, but nothing I ever really thought like I should get into this because I didn't really feel comfortable like pursuing it outside of like work. So it was like, yeah, if I got to shoot guns at work, that was really cool. I would do it, but it wasn't something I was like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna find
Yeah.
a place to do this. And then when I met Lewis, it was something that he was into, and I was kind of like, okay. And then first it was like this cute little date night thing. I would just go with him to the range, and then I was like, wait a minute, I kind of like this. So I bought my first gun, and then bought my first couple guns and training classes, and I was like, why am I the only girl at the range? Where are all the other women? And so I said, all right, well, I'll become an instructor so I can help other women get into this thing because it's so much fun. And it's a way to defend yourself. So what skills do you get to learn where it's fun and you get to learn how to defend yourself? Like
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
It's actually a life skill, not like
Yes.
playing that block game on your phone. So it's actually beneficial. So that kind of answers that really well. What made you want to go beyond just being a shooter? I guess it was the trying to get women into it. Is that was the only so you kind of answered that one. I mean,
Yeah, I
you're
really it was just something it was a lot of fun. Like I really enjoyed
well,
kind of learning more about fire.
at that point. What do you think was lacking on the female side of wanting to go do it? Was it like, okay, this is a male thing, this isn't a female thing?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of that. I always joke that women feel they need training before they take training. So it's like the unknown space, the not being prepared, not feeling like you understand exactly what you're getting into is what tends to hold a lot of women back. And so, and also just being a male dominant space is kind of like intimidating because I know there's men that are intimidated by this space as well. Like new men new to shooting can also feel a little intimidated too. So I think that's the barrier of entry is this idea that oh my gosh, it's male dominated space. I don't know what I'm doing. They're gonna make fun of me. I'm gonna look stupid. I don't want to go embarrass myself, so I'm just gonna not do it. And so when I found a girl in the gun, because I wanted to do something, I was like, I don't want to just walk around and go, you want to be in my club? I wanted to have like a network of background,
Yeah.
something to really bring people in. And so I started searching online and I found a girl in the gun and I was like, wow, this is perfect. Because at the time they didn't have any chapters in Maryland. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is like meant to be. So let me go ahead and sign up. I met all the criteria. I was already an instructor and was already shooting and everything. And so met with the team and they were like, yeah. And I started the chapter. Now it was 4 years ago I started the Baltimore chapter. And now I just started a chapter in Frederick, Maryland, just this year.
And just to make sure, a girl in a gun is NRA indoors or ran or
No, no, no. It is a
no.
totally separate
Oh, okay.
organization with the CEO is Robin Sandoval. So it is a
Okay.
private organization that just has chapters across the country. It's like
Oh, okay.
8,000 ladies that are members and like 150 something chapters in pretty much every state.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Hmm.
All right. Do you think some guys unintentionally gatekeep the gun world from women or for women.
Yeah, I do think, and a lot of times it is very unintentional in the sense that when men do take women to the range, there's still kind of I would say a little bit of the babying, like, okay, I'm gonna load your magazine for you, I'm gonna load the gun, and all they have to do is pull the trigger. And so it's kind of like, they're not really learning anything. Like, it's an experience, and if they have a good one, then maybe they'll come back. But if they have a bad one, which a lot of them do, because maybe they shot a 45 or even something crazier like some kind of heavy 357 Magnum or something bigger revolver, and then they have a terrible experience and they don't come back. So it's really important to make the experience worthwhile for a woman the first time, so she has a good experience, and then she'll want to come back and learn more. But I always tell men to ask me like, how do I get get my girlfriend into shooting, or how do I get my wife into shooting? And I was just like, okay, it has to be her journey. Number one, you can't force her into it, and then number two, you can do things like get her own lane at the range. Give
Yeah.
her own gun to work with, her own ammo, and her own lane. And then she's working on her time. And she can focus on what she wants to work on and just ask for help when she needs it versus feeling like you're sharing a lane and she wants to let you shoot because that's what you're here for and she's in your way. So
Yeah.
if she has her own space, then she has a better experience.
Or to me, at least at the very least, I working at a range for 5 years. I've seen all kinds of crazy nonsense, and I'm like, dude, this isn't that movie. What is it where the ghost is with the woman and they're shaping pottery? Like,
Go.
don't, yeah, like you don't need to do that. All right, it's okay to kind of be hands off. Just be like, don't put your thumb back there so it doesn't get cut, and don't flag yourself. Like, other than that, let them.
Yeah, give her the basic rules of firearm safety. Show her how to grip the gun properly. Help her take her first couple of shots. Show her
Yeah,
how to load the magazine, how to lock the slide to the rear, all the basic stuff,
yeah,
and then let her have at it.
yeah. I mean, at some point, dude, you gotta let her. You gotta take the training wheels off. You just gotta do it, and just. I mean, there might
Yeah,
be some.
exactly.
She might shoot the roof, but I guarantee you she ain't the first one to do it. So it'll be
Well,
all
women are
right.
naturally better shooters,
Oh,
so
they
the
are.
likelihood of her shooting the roof is actually
They
not.
are. And
More than
I
likely, she'll be holes on holes on holes. It'll just make him mad.
I've I've argued this so many times to some of my students. Like, dude, if you took a man and a woman and at the same skill level, and you give me the same amount of time with them, I guarantee you that woman will outshoot the man. And they're like,
Hmm.
I and I was like, because you guys have egos. You don't know when to shut up and just listen. Where
Hmm.
she's like, well, he must know, so I'm just gonna listen to whatever he tells me and do exactly what he tells me to do. Where I have to fight you to do what I just told her to do, and she does it. Like, this is
Exactly.
ridiculous.
I've shot a gun 25 years ago. I know
Yeah,
exactly what I'm
yeah.
doing.
They're like, great, cool. Why does it take you like 3.5 seconds to even draw a gun and put one shot on target? What the hell are you talking about? Like,
Well, there's also some physiology behind it too. Like, women have less arc of movement, so it really
yeah,
helps us typically. I'm not gonna say all women because some women have bigger frames, but typically women have smaller frames, which means we don't have much arc of movement because we don't have like the huge rib cage that's kind of, the breathing and all that good stuff. I talked to with some of my friends that are more into physiology and biology than me, and we talked about it. And
well,
there's some actual genetic makeup that helps women be better shooters.
so what I always figured it out. Now, again, I'm no expert in this side, but what made sense to me, and don't get me wrong, don't get on me. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but it was women are way better at multitasking. Think about when you're shooting a gun. You're thinking about your breathing, your stance, your grip, your trigger squeeze, all that. You guys are able to process that a lot better. The problem is women tend to overreact more. So, it's instead of keeping on that focus, that's where you see them just start blasting away. Now, I'm not saying it's because like there's plenty of dudes out there that we've seen in these videos of people kicking in doors. I'm like, what the hell was that? Like, I mean, you defended yourself. I'm glad that you're still up, but what was that? And I just think if you can get a calm woman that listens, she'll John Wick every dude on the range. Like, not even trying. It's just the way it is. Sorry. I mean,
Right. Yeah, we do tend, sometimes women tend to overthink a little bit in kind of getting their heads. But one thing I found about shooting is that it's the only thing that keeps me out of my head. Like hobbies, like anything, other hobbies, I'm always still I was thinking about work or thinking about other things that have to get done. But at the range, I'm locked in. It's all about the target and me and the shooting. And it's the only place it's like my solace. It's like my happy place. So that's what really excites me about it. To the point where I'll meet other women and I'm just like, oh my God, you gotta shoot, blah, blah, blah. And they'll look at me like, what is wrong with this woman? Why is she so
calm,
excited? Like,
calm down.
because it's great.
I mean, for me, it freaks people out when they hear it, but it happens to a lot of us veterans that when we come out of the military, that one of the things that helps us is like precision shooting, because you have to focus on your breath, reducing your heart rate, all these things, blocking everything out. So all these bad thoughts can't be going through because you're so focused on this and everything else. And it helps a lot. And, after Chris Kyle especially, they're like, and it's like, dude, it's not, you had one. All right, one. Like,
Yeah,
chill out. But,
that's a good point though. I mean, I definitely can see that, and it's absolutely something that's needed. And that was something that before I left the army was definitely very interested in supporting wounded warrior programs and things that really helped our veterans because I do feel like you guys are such an overlooked population. It's just like how do we help people that went out to defend our freedoms make sure that they're still taken care of. I think that that's still so important to me, and I will continue to support those kind of causes because it's ridiculous that you know like people just I don't know. It makes me mad when I hear some of the things that happen to veterans.
well, trust me, I know. I, I listen to them. Like, we talk all the time. All right, so next one. Have you ever been on the range or in a class where a male student or instructor, doesn't matter male or female, couldn't handle that you knew more?
Uh, yeah, it kind of happens a lot. I get the stump the chumps in a lot of classes I teach and things like that, and it's I mean, I can't think of a time where it's been. Oh well, you know what? Take that back. I did because I'm a USCCA training counselor, and I did an instructor course, and I had one gentleman in the class who was very vocal about his knowledge, but it wasn't towards me. It was just a kind of, hey, I know things, and I want everybody to know I know things. And
Yeah,
so you get
I'm
that.
I'm
But
the
I'm used
smartest
to it.
in the class.
Yeah. I'm so used to it. Growing up in army environment, working with soldiers all the time. I mean, going toe to toe with colonels and generals doesn't phase me as much.
Yeah.
I just roll with the punches.
All right. So, I've dealt with that quite a bit, and when I start seeing somebody like that, a lot of times I'll just act like I'm the never touched a gun, like just what's this thing, without being safe.
Hmm.
But and then I'll shoot, and they're like, have you seen the guy recently? He's all over like social media and stuff, but it's a skinny guy, or it looks skinny, and he's in a like a janitor's outfit, and he's cleaning in a gym, and he lifts these crazy heavy weights, and these big huge jack dudes are like,
Oh no, I
oh,
haven't seen that one.
oh, you have to see it. It's
Oh,
crazy.
that's pretty funny.
He'll like these guys are taking two hands to pick something up, and he's like, I clean underneath, and he picks it up with one hand, and he cleans. And
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
the mop
Yeah, so you do
he,
that.
yeah, the mop
Um,
he has is like 32 kilograms. So he'll be like, I move this, hold this, and they'll grab it and just boom, right to the ground. They're like, it's same thing.
That's awesome.
You know, sometimes you just got to show people that, you know, you're not the biggest and baddest there is.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's interesting from being a woman in this space being underestimated a lot. Like people are just like, "Oh, it's cute. She came to the range. What are you gonna do, little lady?" Like I've had men come up and volunteer help, and I'm like, "Okay, sure, thanks."
So
But
that kind of goes.
then I shoot them, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh!" Like we went to a range where we hadn't shot before, so we're listening to the safety brief, and the guy's like talking directly to me, and I'm like, and Lewis is like, "Act like you don't know anything," and I'm like, "Okay, I can't, I just can't do it."
I tried. It's over.
I tried. I could do it.
It
I could do
it kind of leads into the next question, which was, in your experience, are men generally supportive when women show up, or do they get weird about it? So,
For the most part, I have had such great experiences. I mean, men are usually pretty excited to see ladies on the range shooting, especially when you're good or you're at least trying and they can see it. You know, not if you're there just kind of be like a gun bunny kind of situation. Of
yeah.
course, they probably enjoy those too, but
I
I think
mean,
it's been the most welcoming space, and especially being a black woman, it's just like I don't experience what some people say about the community. Like it's just oh like you like guns, I like guns, let's go hang out.
yeah.
I mean, and to me that's what's been so great about it. Very rarely have I had any instances of sexism or racism. Now, of course, there are the occasional guys that do get a little mad when I outshoot them, but hey,
I mean,
it
it
is
is
what
what it
it
is.
is.
You know, like I worked with a student. She was 16. I worked with her for 6 months. She never really shot a pistol before, and then she entered her first GSSF and beat everybody. And like
Nice.
some of these guys had $3,000 Glocks in the unlimited class, and she beat them, and they were like, "What the hell?" And then she came back and beat them again. The next one, I was like, I
Young
told
and
you.
a woman. Oh my gosh, and a girl. Wow.
I told you.
Egos were bruised that day.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm just standing back here like, you guys are sleeping. So, all right. Do 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 do. What can male instructors do better when teaching women, or what should they just not do? So, like, I've taught a lot of women, but what is something that we could do better, or just not do at all?
One thing I've been seeing lately is there's just a lot of touching going on. It's like, man, keep your hands to yourself. It is okay, like, to, of course, first ask permission.
Hmm.
And then, two, be it momentary touches, not this constant, like, hands on the shoulder, hands on the waist, up against her, like, back on her. Like, why are you that close? Like, that, it's creepy. Watching it is creepy, and I'm pretty sure the woman feels creeped out if she doesn't say anything. So it's like minimize the amount of touching you have to do. I know, of course, there's times you have to touch, you have to fix grip and maybe a little bit of stance. But even when I do it, I don't do a whole lot of touching. I'm like, may I touch your hands? And I make the quick adjustment. I try to talk them through it, and if I can't, I'll touch them after I ask permission. But even like with stance, it's like touch on I want you to put this hip forward. I want you to push
Hmm.
forward. Like, but it's just this grappling, groping situation that just feels real unnecessary. And
So
you
yeah,
don't want to be that guy that everybody thinks is a creep.
I'm
And
I'm
then the other
tr-
thing too is
I'm sorry.
giving women no, you're fine. Um giving women clear this is what I want you to do and not make it so many steps. Like I've had that issue too where I'm like, okay, fix your grip, fix this stance, fix this, fix that. And I had a woman go, okay, that's enough. I can't take any more. I need to work on these three things you told me. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me back off. So the overcoaching can also be a problem.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest points is, grip. Grip changes a lot. You can have a crap stance and still have a good grip and do
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
Let's start with that and your sight alignment and make sure you're aiming at the right spot, and
Yep.
then we can work from there. But
Right.
no, like every time I was working, it was, I'm in a store, we have cameras because we don't want, if something happens, somebody gets shot, we want to be able to see it. But I was like, really, as much as I could be, how can I, without touch, like, lean forward, hips back, lean
Hmm.
forward, like, it, like, I was like, no, because I actually had a lady that I was teaching, and she was, it was an outdoor range, and she was shooting, and I told her, she might want to, she had a lower cut shirt, and you might want to
Hmm.
cover that, casings go flying. Well, she got one down, and literally,
Ooh.
luckily, she was good enough to just put the gun down, which I was like, oh, thank you.
Right.
But she pulled her shirt and bra off in one swoop, and
Oh,
I turned around. Now, nope, nope,
ma'am.
absolutely not.
The
I don't
hot
think it
brass
was on
boogie is a
purpose, but like
right. She didn't mean to.
she
Right.
was
So just trying to get it
trying
out
to
of
get
there.
it out. So like she pulled it. I was like, nope, no.
Yeah,
I
I
want
call it the hot
nothing.
brass boogie. It's
I
like,
want
trying to get it
nothing
out of there.
to do with this. Like, nope, no suspicion at all. Nope, no. I know
You
what
don't want to get in
year
trouble
it
with that.
is, dude. I'm not dumb, but
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I think it's just important to just be mindful of people's space. Like, I saw one guy at the ranch, it was like nuts to butt. Like, come on, dude.
yeah, it's
There's
a
no reason for you to be that close.
unless you want
Like,
a
you're just.
lawsuit or a felony, dude. I would probably stop. Like,
I was like, I know your wife. What are you doing?
yeah, that
But I
that's
mean,
even
hey, if
worse.
it's a single man, a single woman, I mean, what are you gonna do? Because like
Yeah.
sometimes I tell like some of my guy instructors that do ladies classes, I'm like, yeah, okay, you gonna wear your gray sweatpants too, because some of them they're attractive men and women are single. Some women are single.
Hmm.
They're gonna rather train with them than me, and that's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, if you're trying to do something, it's like go ahead and do your carry permit with them, and then come and hang out with me, a girl and a gun. But I get asked all the time, like, can we do something where we do like date night with guys and guns and stuff like that? And I was like, okay, sure.
That actually is not a terrible idea. Um,
No, no, no. Like an attractive man and a nice gun, sure, that's a great night.
so I would ask because you talked about that with your friends. Can a male instructor successfully teach a all female class?
So here's my thing about that.
Okay,
I
that's what I was
You've
looking for.
already violated the premise. Like, if it's one thing, if you're a specialized instructor in a certain area, and some women come to you and say, "Hey, we want an all women's class. We want you to teach us." It's completely another to go around advertising all ladies only classes. Like, how is it ladies only if you're there? You're a guy. You've already violated the first premise. But I don't mind it in the sense of if you do the work to understand why women need something different. If you understand and can answer their questions. So if you're going to do a concealed carry class for women, ladies only, be able to speak to how ladies need to conceal, the different ways they can conceal, and have that do that homework. Do the work to allow them get the information they need in a ladies only environment. If you're going to do ladies only, then you need to offer some ladies only information. That's
Okay.
my issue. Like, you're offering a ladies only class for what purpose? Because you can't do ladies only. You're not a lady. So you violate the first principle, then you better bring the same. If you're giving the exact same class you would get to a co-ed class, why did you make it ladies only?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Fair enough. Now
Yeah, so
I
that's my caveat. Like, you can do it, but you need to do the homework to bring in the extra. Like, I had a gentleman at our range, and I did an archery class for our ladies,
okay.
and he's the archery instructor, so he had to be the instructor for the class. I don't know anything about archery, but he brought in extra information. He told us about how you can snap the hell out of your boobs with a bow if you're not careful.
Yeah, he's
So
probably
he actually did
teaching
the
women and
homework.
figured it out. Like,
Exactly,
you know,
and understood that and brought that extra knowledge to the table. So I appreciated that because he knew he was doing a ladies only class, that he brought in that extra insights. And that's what ladies would appreciate, instead of just being a pretty face and gray sweatpants. actually being able to provide some extra knowledge that would be useful to them as women. Because one of the frustrating things for me when I first started learning in firearms and carrying is that I was just told I had to change my whole lifestyle. I had to dress differently, I had to talk differently, walk differently. Everything about me had to change in order to carry a gun. And I was like, bullshit, I don't believe that. Like, I hate belted pants. If you see me in belted pants, something has gone wrong. So I was like, there's got to be a better way, and I refused to take that. And I here to this day, people will tell, oh, well, just wear pants with a belt, and you'll have no problems concealed carrying. And I'm like, that's not the option. And now, thank God, there's so many more options and ways for ladies to conceal carry now, that it's
Oh yeah.
awesome. But I think men just need to do the homework on that instead of getting bad advice and telling women they have to cut their fingernails or they have to wear belted pants or they have to do all these different things to dress around the gun. Do the work to help them carry the way that they want to live.
Now I will say, because I've had a few women that I taught that had like exceptionally long fingernails, and I was like, there is no way that is getting in there. Like I mean, if you want to get your nails done, awesome. If you want to shoot a gun and get your nails done, you gotta at least a little bit. Like, you gotta make it where you can put your finger on the trigger guard. We'll mark it with the Sharpie, and you could go that length because you will not clear it past that. I don't know what we're trying to do. Like, I mean,
Yeah, some of
that's
them
the
are
hard part.
really long,
Yeah.
but and another,
Overall,
yeah, female firearms instructor was talking about this. She was saying how it's like some women their nails are their identity. Like,
yeah.
it's really important to them, and so that length is symptomatic of something for them. So to just tell them they can't defend themselves because they want to have long nails is kind of unfair. How about we figure out a way to help them do that? So I did have a woman that came to my one of my girls' night out who had nails that were like this long, like it was crazy. And it was like a three, and she was trying to shoot a 380. I was like, oh my gosh. And so I was like, well, I was like, I love your nails, they're beautiful, but you're gonna have to work on how you can hold that gun in a way that's safe and get in there. So one of the compromises could be maybe you just cut the nail on your trigger finger.
Yeah.
So you have all these other pretty nails, but the trigger fingernail is different. But just being able to grasp a gun with nails that long, but they need to come to that realization on their own and not be told you need to
Yeah.
cut your nails.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So talking about with how you don't want to change how you dress or whatever, do you believe in the whole carry purses, for example?
Yeah, I don't typically carry in a purse per se. I'll do like a bag that's on my body, like a fanny pack kind of situation, because sometimes I
Hmm.
just get lazy and I don't want to figure out how to dress that day, so I just throw it in the bag. But a purse, no, because I hate carrying purses, so that's not my thing. But there's a lot of women that love purse carry, and as long as you're training with it, I say do what you got to do to keep that thing on you. So
Yeah.
that's I don't discourage it. I just say, are you training that way? So can you get to that gun quickly? And like, there's some ladies I've seen online that do like corset holsters or different types
Hmm.
of holsters, but they never show you how they draw from it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that makes me wonder. It's like, because that's important. Like, just okay, it's concealed, but and you have it on you, but can you get to it when you
Yeah.
need to? But I do tell ladies, I was like, if somebody tries to rob you and they're coming for you, what do you think they're going for?
Yeah.
Your purse.
Or
So you got
or
to
your
think about
bag,
how you're gonna,
your
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah, or whatever the bag is. So you got to figure out how are you going to keep them off of you long enough to get to the thing that's in the thing they're trying to get. So just keeping that in mind, but just giving them those options, I think, are really important. And I am very much of the person that's not going to tell you the extremes. Like, people are like, "Oh, you always have to have one in the chamber, and you're stupid if you don't carry that way." I don't believe in that. I mean, but I want people to come to that realization on their own,
Yeah.
like that's an important thing. Like, getting them to understand that versus this absolutes, thou shalt do this, thou shalt do that. I think my only hard and fast rule is you're not carrying a 22. I'm not letting you qualify or shoot anything with a 22 in my class unless you absolutely positively cannot handle anything else.
Yeah.
And
Like,
usually that's not the case. It's just the preference. I
yeah.
just prefer to do 22 because it's easier. Well, no, not easier. You're gonna shoot a 9 millimeter,
Well,
or at
and
least a 380,
that
because you
that's
can.
the that's when you got to come in harsh. Be like, you
Right.
you understand, and I will show a video. Be like, you see this guy? Yeah, he's hopped up on peyote, and he's gonna come at this cop. This cop, one hand shoots this guy 12 times in the chest with a 9 mil hollow points before he goes down. He's not dead.
Right. Right.
And you think your 22 is gonna like calm down, Karen. You'll be fine.
Right. Exactly. As I told this one lady, I was like, all right. I was like, you don't think you can carry anything other than 22? I'd rather you have something than nothing. So you're gonna have to invest in nice 22 defensive rounds at least, and you're gonna have to get really good at putting a lot of shots down range really fast.
Yeah, that's
So I
the
was like,
whole
so
thing.
that's the caveat, right?
Yeah,
I was like, but you're also definitely still risking it because, like, look at this little hole versus this bigger hole. What do you think is going to have more stopping power? So getting them to understand that is, I think, what's more important versus, but it's just so much easier. Sure,
no.
but we're talking about
You're
defending your life.
yeah, you're fighting for your life. You're not trying to, you know, air
Just
fry a
have fun,
steak because it's faster and easier. Like it
right?
tastes good, but
Yeah, I talk to ladies all the time because they always want to buy tend to want to buy these little cute guns that are
oh
so
yeah,
concealable. It's so easy. Yeah, you're right. It's so easy to
it's
conceal.
pink
But do you
though.
like shooting it? Do you like shooting it? Well, not really. Okay, that means you're not going to practice.
Yeah.
And what's the point of buying a gun to carry on your person if you're never going to practice with it?
Oh, my favorite thing is when dudes would come into the store and buy like snub nose 38s for their wife or whatever. And I'm like, dude, do you know how heavy of a trigger pull this is? And once it goes bang, it goes bang. And oh no, she'll be fine. Okay. And they would send her in, and literally one shot, they'd put it down and be like, nope, ain't doing that
Nope,
again. And I was
exactly.
like,
And there's the bad experience, and then they don't want to do anything with guns because that's all they remember. Yeah,
yeah,
I tell them, stop buying your woman a gun. Stop buying her guns. You can buy her a gun. You take her with you, and she gets to pick it out, and then you pay for it. That's how you buy a girl a
and,
gun.
and
Or
in
you get her
fact,
a gift
rent
card,
some.
and then she goes and picks her gun. Yeah, let her go rent some guns, and let her pick out the gun. Don't go to the
Yeah,
store and just buy the one you think she'll like.
yeah. But we're often, as we all know, we're often wrong because we'll feel something, we'll rent it, we'll run it, and then as we grow with that gun and try and push ourselves with that gun, we're like, oh, this thing sucks compared to this other
What was I
one.
thinking, right?
So it's like, you can never win.
What was I
It,
thinking? What was I
you
thinking,
can't
right?
win. All right.
Yeah, I know. I did that with the Sig Sauer 360 365 when that
Mhm.
first came out. I was like, oh yeah, that gun's gonna be great. I want it. I'm gonna get it because I my first handgun was a P320, which rest its soul. Poor P320
Oh
has been
yeah.
villainized in the world. As you can see back here on the wall, I am a fan.
Um,
but
no, no,
so
they're too far away. We can't identify them as that, and I won't put shame on their soul. I give God the grace to give some kind of mercy and grace to them because yeah, they're pretty much done. That's it.
no, that's not bad. It's such a great platform. Um, but yeah, but there's something going on. They'll figure it out eventually. But so I wanted the 365. It didn't shoot it first, so got it. Was like, yes, look, this is so cute. Went to the range. Boom. There's no hole in that paper. Boom. Where's the hole in the paper? It's like terrible. Like I couldn't shoot that gun to save my life for real. And I just had to really work at it. Now, I mean, now they have all kinds of fancy upgrades for it, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. But yeah, but that's like the Glock 43X. I hate when a woman comes in with a Glock 43X because I'm like, I know she's gonna struggle with shooting it because it's so cute, it's so compact, and it comes with all these pretty colors, but nobody ever really likes shooting it.
I
There's a few people that do like it, but most times they don't like shooting it. And then I tried to like, give them heavier guns, and they're like, "Oh, now I see what you're talking about." Like it's just like, but it's so heavy. Yeah, but how accurate were you with it? Really accurate. Exactly.
I mean, they could always go to Brownells and get that that ramjet for that 43X, and
Oh
I
yeah, the
guarantee,
Radiant
I
Afterburner
guarantee it
Ramjet.
makes
Oh yeah,
it.
that's what I have on
It'll,
mine now.
yeah,
Yep.
I have a 43X, and actually, when I first got into SIG, it was the 365, but it was the XL, and then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, my wife had a shield, just a regular old shield, and I was like, ugh. So I gave her the SIG, and I got a 43X. Well, then we went to the range, and she was like, I like the 43X better. And it was completely stock, and I was like,
Hmm.
you're giving up the SIG? So I was, okay.
Yeah.
So
Some people do. Yeah.
she's she's
43X
been,
rings to them.
I mean, it's not the worst gun I've ever shot, especially compared to the original 365. It is not as
Hmm.
snappy as that. That thing is snappy as hell.
Yeah.
And
Super snappy.
I stayed away from them after I got rid of my XL, and just came back because they came out with the fuse. So I got that. That's the
Hmm.
only SIG I own is a fuse.
Yeah, no, the fuse is nice. It's definitely
I really
even my
like it.
365 before I did started doing the upgrades, I had at least the XL frame.
Hmm.
So definitely definitely do. But I did a really cool video on the Radiant Afterburner Ramjet and all the accessories they have for 365. Go to HoneyBear Tactical on YouTube and you can watch that video.
Yeah, we're gonna put the link below to make sure that they get all your links and everything. But yeah, if you guys are sleeping, that's a really good review. But the Ramjet is, we shot it at GunCon, and it's
Mhm.
for the 43X.
Can't take.
I had a Parker Mountain machine, and it did really
Mhm.
well. But the Ramjet just smoked it, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So
Yeah, because I did a reel on that where I was talking about, the 43X is not my favorite gun, but god darn it, with that Ramjet and Afterburner, I don't know.
well,
Might actually be willing to
even
carry it.
PewView was saying the same thing because he did one too,
Mhm.
and he was like, you're really you're really making it hard." All right, so
Mhm.
if you and your partner are both equally trained, how should they split the roles realistically? So like somebody breaks in the house, who is the like direct action force? You're going for it, and I mean I could take care of myself, but you're kind of like the immediate person, and while we try and move the kids or do something else.
Right. That's a good question. I haven't really thought about that. I mean, we don't have kids, so we just have a cat, and I'm sure Lewis is gonna make sure the cat's good. Uh,
You see what I mean?
He's gonna make sure the cat's good. Before anybody, she's got herself. I'll get the cat. But yeah, I think that's just something you have to kind of work out. I mean, if you do have children, then who's the more nurturing, can keep the kids calm in a crazy situation is probably the better wrangler of the kids person, and then the other person can do that. But I don't know. It's an interesting question I hadn't really thought about. I mean, we kind of have our own plan for things and like how we think about things, but like we have a two-story home and like there's
Yeah.
a certain barrier point. Like if somebody were to cross that line, that's when we have to take care of business. But other than that, like there's no need to go hunting, which people often think I'm gonna go figure out what that noise is. No,
Yeah.
stay your ass in your room and call the cops. We don't want to shoot people, guys. We don't want to have to shoot people, so don't go looking for people to shoot. But yeah,
Well,
but I think that's definitely
again,
something that I have to work out.
it kind of goes back to, some people might ask, well, yeah, it's easy to stay in my room when my kids' room is down the hall. I mean, there's a little bit of a difference there. Like,
Oh yeah,
you
absolutely.
know,
Yeah, you gotta make sure your kids are like if
so
you're on your master bedroom on the second floor, your kids' room's on the first floor. You
yeah,
absolutely got to go down those stairs, right? Yeah,
but
yeah.
but
So
also
it really depends on your home layout.
like, did you see the video of the guy that went down the stairs with his AR, and it was a bear?
It
And
was
he,
a bear,
it was,
right? That was crazy.
yeah,
But the first thing we were doing, like, what are you doing hunting, man?
yeah, the yeah. Like, thank God
But I
that
mean,
dude had
hey,
an AR
fair.
because
Yeah.
a unless he had a 10 mil pistol, he was screwed. No
Ah,
22 was
I
gonna do
do
anything.
have a bear gun, the Glock 20.
There
It's
you
my 10
go.
millimeter bear gun.
It
Like, why
works.
do you have that gun? For bears. It could happen. And now I have proof. There's a video. It could happen.
See, you never know. There was one where the bear unlocked the door and went in and was opening up the fridge and just standing in
That is
their
crazy.
kitchen, and they're all like recording it. I'm like, why are you recording this bear, dude?
A bear just hanging out in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Wow, bears are just bold now. But we
Oh yeah.
love bears at HoneyBear Tactical, so.
Oh,
And we do believe in the right to arm bears.
yeah. I mean, bear arms, arm bears. I don't
Bear
know.
arms and arm bears.
I'm dyslexic. It's the same. All right. How do you prepare a woman to take that first step, whether she's home alone or the most capable one in the house? So the first step to actually, because a lot of people don't realize that when you shoot somebody, that's not a fun. If it's a fun experience for you, you got something psychologically wrong with you. It was never fun when I had to do it, regardless, and they were shooting at me first, so it was like every right for
Yeah,
me to. It still wasn't fun.
right, right. I like to remind people, and I deal with this with men and women, is that we're not talking about you got mad and you had an argument, and you just shot somebody. We're talking about the like your life or their situation.
Yeah.
And I've had so many people ask me, "Well, I don't want to kill anybody. I just want to shoot him in the leg." And I was like, "Well, then you're not ready to carry a gun." Because this is not a situation where you're going to have the time or the skill at this point to be able to make a shot that will just disable somebody and not possibly hurt them because you're trying to stop the threat. And so if you have all this time to think about where you're going to shoot this person in order to get them, then that's not the scenario we're talking about. Like we're talking about millisecond, momentary. I will die if I don't do this and pray to God I don't have to hurt somebody, but that's the moment we're talking about. And when you start getting them thinking about that, like we do a lot of discussions about scenarios and showing videos and things like that to really get people to understand that that's the moment we're talking about. And
Gotcha.
so and you gotta and I always explain to people that like it's a journey. Like to me, being able to carry a gun or even get a gun, it's a journey and you're gonna be in different
Hmm.
stages of it. And it's okay to be at the point where you just wanna learn about them, then
Yeah.
maybe you purchase one. And then maybe it's just at home in the safe. And then maybe you might want to start carrying it. So maybe you just carry around the house empty. Maybe you carry it empty, but you go to like Target. Like you got to give yourself the grace to work through that process and get your mind around it. I have a perfect story of a lady who came to a girl in the gun like many years ago when I first started the chapter, and she was just like, "My husband has a gun in the house. I just want to get comfortable with a gun being in the house." And now today she carries every single day and could not imagine her life without having a gun for her own protection. And it's just like that's what we're talking about. Like people come into their own realization, their own understanding of what's going on in the world, and their need to be able to be their own first responder. Because I know for me, when I first started shooting, it was just a fun thing to do. I never really thought about actually carrying a gun and having to defend myself because I was like, what do you mean? The world's great. Like, nobody's ever going to try to hurt me. What are you talking about? Nothing bad ever happens to me. And then it wasn't until I thought about police and their ability to respond. They can't be everywhere all the time. Like, thank you, God, for our police officers who are willing to put their lives on the line to protect and serve, but they can't be everywhere all the time. And what are you going to do before they can get there? I mean, they usually get there in time to try to catch the bad guy, but rarely do they get there in time to stop them.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized I got to be my own first responder. And that was a turning point for me. And I like to give people that perspective to kind of think through that. But you can't force it on people. You got to let them come to their own realization, particularly women.
I mean, for one, I don't think a lot of people realize it's actually harder to shoot them in the leg than it is just center mass. Like, what
Yeah,
you're wasting
yeah,
your time. Also,
yeah.
on top of
And it's
that,
like nothing. The legs moving all over. It's
yeah,
small, and I was like, and it doesn't stop them. If you shoot them in the
yeah,
femoral artery, it's over,
yeah.
right? Like you bleed out super fast.
Yeah, but I mean
So
that's even smaller and harder. So I mean you're risking all this craziness on your life. Don't do that. Um, there's a
right,
reason why you're shooting them in the first place. So
yeah,
I
to
also
stop the threat.
when when I was going to college, all of my papers in college, pretty much all of them that I could do, I did research and stuff on firearms. So like
Nice.
some of them were published. Like one of them was called like People versus Guns, docket number 07041775. So Declaration of Independence, right? So I made the entire paper sound like a court case. One of the things I found back then, which was I'm almost certain it came from a stat in 2016. In Florida alone, there was one police officer for every 333 residents. And it's like,
Right.
what what do you expect?
That was then. And that was then. It's
Yeah,
even worse now.
yeah. It's like, what do you really expect, man? They can't do everything. So,
No, not even possible. Not
all
even
right.
possible. So
Next one. What would help women feel more confident walking into that first class?
having an understanding of what they're actually getting into. So having really
Okay.
good course descriptions so they know exactly what it's entailed, understanding what the expectations are, answering questions beforehand, just giving them like they want to know, what do I have to do when I walk in the door? Like, where
Mm-hmm.
do I go? What do I do? What do I have to have with me? How should I dress? Like, all the information that you could possibly give it to them, and
Okay.
that will definitely ease that. And if you can set it up where they can bring a friend or they have somebody that they know, tends to be a world of difference too. Like, a lot of ladies come to a girl in the gun because a friend asked them to come
Gotcha.
or suggested that they come. So it's rare that they just come on their own. Some of them do because they're just like, this world's crazy. I'm a single
Yeah.
mom. I
None
need
of
to
my
figure out
friends
how to
will
go
do it.
right. And I've really been into this, and none of my friends are into it. I
Yeah.
want to find some other ladies that are. So it's very much a communal kind of group, and that's what's so great about a girl in a gun. It's like I call it a tribe of the vibe,
Gotcha.
because it's like you really can come and find your tribe because it's all these ladies that are like into the same thing you are, and we're just here having a good time, trying to level up our skills, and have some fun doing it. So I think it's just providing all the information and giving them that first option. But the courage is to make the decision to actually come out, and that's what's hard. Is sometimes making that first step. So I know gentlemen will often ask me like, how do I get my woman into firearms and things like that? And I'm like, have her come to one of our events. Like, it's this low threat environment, less stress. It's other women, so she'll feel a little bit more comfortable than taking her to a tactical training class or a carry class or something like that. Get her that first experience, be like a lighter vibe than the full on thrown into the male dominated mix.
So, did you guys like hack into my computer? Because literally my next question was, what advice would you give a woman watching who's on the fence about getting in the guns? So it's like, well, this is like the second or third time. I'm like, well, I gotta skip that one. She already just, what the
Uh,
hell? All right.
you just have good questions that just naturally flow. That's what it is.
Well, thank God for Jarvis. By the way, Jarvis is Chat GPT to me. Jarvis from like Iron Man. Yeah, so I'm
Yes, I
like,
got
Jarvis,
it.
yo, what's this? And
Jarvis.
I just go through it for hours and look for the best questions it spits out. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, that sounds
Yeah,
interesting. Which,
yeah,
speaking
it's
of,
awesome.
I also have it give me fun questions. So these will be some of the last questions, and then we'll end, and you can give all your info. And again, we'll put it down in the link and stuff below. All right, so here we go. If real life had a video game, what is your loadout? So basically, your 3 item dream, unrealistic because you can't afford it, or maybe you can't afford it. I don't know. You guys. I mean, I've seen Lewis's gun stuff, and maybe, but What would be your loadout if it was a, like, say, Borderlands, and you had 3 guns and you're running with, apocalyptic. I can't. I never had good speech either way, but
So what 3 guns am I taking? If
or
it's
I'm sorry,
if
three item is the
three
question.
items.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm terrible at these because I'm like I don't know because it's like I feel like I need more information to make a decision.
Well,
So
like
definitely,
you played video games before, right? With like first
mm,
person shooters. Okay, cool. Like what
mhm.
could you
I
that
suck
would
at those games.
yeah, well so do I. I'm better at actually doing
I
it,
can't play
not
Call of Duty for nothing.
oh no, I'm trash. I'm trash. Like I play the like Roblox version just because I can whoop those kids' ass, but that's about it.
All right, so 3 items.
Yep.
Well, it's definitely got to be a gun, and I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
grab a pistol. Like I'm probably gonna grab. Um, I don't know. I don't even know what pistol I bring. You know what? My CZ Shadow 2 Compact. I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
I'd grab that. But no, you kind of want something more capacity. Like maybe my SIG MPX. You know, see, I have
Ah,
a
there you go.
rifle.
There we go.
Yeah, but I think it all has to be 9 millimeter because like I don't want to have to go looking for different ammo.
Oh yeah, it
Um,
makes sense.
yeah. And then I think something like I don't know. I can't start a fire, so maybe I'm grabbing matches.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not prepared. I'm prepared to be on somebody else's team, like that thought through all of that. I'll be the defender. I'll bring the weapons cache, and you guys bring all that other stuff for me.
Yeah, I think for me it would definitely be gotta have a rifle. At the very least, probably a med kit and food. I'm sure there'll be plenty of fire around at this point, so I shouldn't have to go
Oh
far
right,
to
because the world's on fire.
you
Right,
know.
right. I've always heard when I talk to military guys, socks, good socks, are
Oh
really
yeah.
important.
Oh yeah, trust me. Like my wife would be like, "Oh, if he would have wore good socks, his feet might not be as terrible as they are." They yeah. Yeah, yeah, she doesn't have to say anything. She just looks at me. I was like, "I know, dude. I know. I'm showering. I'm going to shower. I promise." You just woke up. I'm like, I
Your
mean,
feet were working all
yeah.
night.
All right. What's a gun everybody loves, but you can't stand and pretend to like it like a professional?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So, what's the gun
Gun
that you
everybody
can't
loves.
stand, everybody likes,
But
you can't stand, and then after you say the gun, you gotta like present it like you're trying to sell it to somebody.
oh, probably any canic.
Oh no, Gamage. Hey, Gamage. I got it.
Except for the steel frame. Any of their polymer framed canics. Um, but canic is such a popular gun. It's very budget friendly. It comes with a lot of accessories, and it's a super popular gun that a lot of people really enjoy shooting. So definitely a solid choice for those that are new getting into the firearm space.
I love how she did with a straight face. Canic. Fuck Canic. By the way, it's very bud.
Well, it's funny. So when the first, I think it was the Rival when it came out.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
was it the first one? Yeah. We're like, oh man, this looks really cool and such a good price. Like, we should check it out. We got it, and I was like, man, this feels like a Tonka toy. I don't like it at all. But they've gotten better, and
Yeah.
their steel frame ones are actually pretty nifty.
I will
So
also say
don't
that.
don't
I
fire me,
mean,
Canic. I will still take your guns, Canic. Thank you.
they do have one of the best triggers out of the box. I will say that. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
their
yeah,
triggers are.
you can't go wrong. But see, I grew up wrong. I grew up real bougie, so it's hard for me to
Yeah.
go back.
Yeah.
And not to mention, I am a steel frame, like metal frame gun girl these days. Like polymer frames just don't do it for me anymore.
Well, my gun would have been FN, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. If I if I had to sell it like a professional, I'd just be like, well, it's in fucking video games.
Very reputable brand. Very
You know,
reputable brand.
I
I don't
cannot.
have a lot of experience with FNs.
I
It's
cannot
just not.
stand their
Well,
grip. The texture just
yeah,
feels.
there's just not a lot. I know it feels weird.
It
Yeah, we have one, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, there's just not. You don't find a lot of them in the wild.
no. I mean, there's selling
They're
guns.
out there.
There,
Yeah.
I sold a lot of them, but I was like, why, why do you want that? And then the trigger
Like,
wasn't.
okay, here you go.
The trigger was a like hinge trigger, just like the old Smiths, and I was like, ugh, what? It's you basically got a Glock that feels like you're grabbing a Lego, and then you took the worst Glock trigger you could find, and then matched that with a hinge trigger, and that's what you sold. Like, and you're charging $1,000. Are you
You actually
fucking
do sell
high?
for $1,000. Right.
So really, the only thing we could say is people go, hey, wasn't that in Roblox or was it? Yeah, yeah. I'm sure it was
Sure.
fucking
There
in.
you go.
It still sucks, just like in the game, but sure, whatever. What do I know? Uh, all right. You get one sentence that all gun guys will hear and follow. What's your soapbox moment?
One sentence that all gun like one that something people always say,
No,
or
you get
I
the
get to say it.
like you get to tell the gun community one thing. You're on your soapbox. You get
Oh,
one sentence.
oh. Stop with the absolute bullshit. Like, why does everything have to be one way or the other? Can there be any mediums? Like, let's make space for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, like back to the whole one in the chamber or not, or revolver versus semi-automatics, irons versus red dots. Like, why do we have to yuck anybody's yum? Like, can we just make space for all the things that people want to do and the ways they want to shoot and the way they want to carry?
Well, I guess I would kind of the reason why I would say that to some degree, some of that like a revolver versus a semi-automatic. I mean, if you can shoot a revolver as fast as like I can shoot a semi-auto, then sure, you can argue that all you want. I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen a lady out there with she had a 6-inch 357 Python, old frail lady, and she's out there just, and
mm,
we're like, ma'am, are you okay? And she was like, yeah, and she gets her other hand and she's shaking, bam, bullseye. I was like, what the fuck? And she locks it
understand that.
back, goes back again, bam, bullseye. I'm like, what in the
All
fuck
right,
is happening? And like I was like, I just looked at her. She was like, I learned how to shoot between the shakes, and I was like, apparently, all right, well you're good. I'm out.
right. When you step back, I stand
Yeah.
corrected. Absolutely. Yeah,
So
we just gotta make space for everybody because like if we shut people down, then they just go away, and that's not good for the community. So let's just make space for what everybody likes.
I think the one sentence that I would say is, don't edit as much and show your fucking targets.
Oh no, not show the targets.
Like
What?
people will sit there and be like, look, I ran this drill in this amount of time. I'm like, what's the target look like? Did you even hit it?
Right,
Like that muzzle flip was crazy. I don't. Okay,
right. You ain't hit that target.
all right,
You hit the ceiling. You're asking for accountability there. That's just not gonna go well.
all right. So this one's a good one.
Okay.
If your EDC had to be replaced with an animal, what would it be, and how would you tactically carry it?
If my EDC had to be replaced with an animal,
Oh yeah,
what would it be? I don't even know. So, like the animal is now my defense mechanism,
yeah,
my
yeah.
way to
That's
defend
your
myself.
defensive tool.
Oh, it's got to be a big cat. like a panther or a cheetah or something.
How the
But
fuck
I
you
don't know
gonna
how to
attack?
carry it
Yeah,
around though.
that that's what you got to
How
figure
would I
out.
carry
Like
it?
for example, mine would be like maybe a tamed rabid ferret, and I would hide in my sleeve, and when somebody came, I
Oh,
could
okay.
sling it out
Something
and
cool.
let this rabid, you know, thing just attack.
Ooh. Oh, how about a swarm of bees?
Oh shit! You just keep them in
Yeah,
like
they're
your
like
cargo
contained in
pocket or
something, and
whatever.
just like you just direct them
Oh,
at people. Like,
you throw it like
there
a
you go.
Mazel
That's
Tov
my.
cocktail,
That's
just.
right. Swarm of bees cocktail. Final answer.
Oh wow. Uh, which of these would you believe first? The ATF is ran by lizard people. Glocks can jam if you say the word high point near them. Or there's there's a secret USPS sniper unit. So which one would you, if somebody told you, which one would you, if you had to choose one that you would believe? ATF is ran by lizard people. Glocks jam if you say high point near them, and there's a secret USPS sniper unit.
I think that last one.
Yeah, that's what I would be like. I would not be surprised that we put some kind of funding into somebody being upset because their mail got delivered to the wrong place, and now they go lose their shit. And now you got snipers on the roof because they have a hostage situation with one of their postal workers. And it's, yeah, like, oh,
Right, right,
yeah.
right, right.
I'd be like, where the hell do you, why didn't anybody know about this? But then again, they knew about UFOs and didn't say shit, so whatever. Um, worst,
Facts.
worst homemade modification you've ever seen on a student's gun.
Oh man, I can't say because they might watch this and then they'll be like, "Oh my god, you talked about my gun."
Oh no.
um, let's just say it was an implement that allowed them to be able to find the red dot faster.
Okay. Okay.
All right, no, let me think of a better example so I don't have to go there.
Okay.
Uh, probably had a student who had a weird like Amazon light laser combo situation that you just couldn't figure out how to use. Like I think it like you could change it like three different colors, and it was just cheap and just busted.
Dude's probably like, I don't see a laser anywhere, but my eye keeps going blind from some kind of reflection.
It's like what is
Like
this?
it's backwards.
Right, it was all wrong. Like it was just like I don't even know what, and they didn't know what it was. Like they were like, "It's a laser," and I'm like, "Is it? Are you sure?"
Like, bro, you're getting LASIK right now, all right?
Right. Every time you try to shoot.
Yeah. Jeez.
What about you? What did you see?
I've literally seen dudes duct tape flashlights, and then off the duct tape they would run their front of their sling mount off of that, and I'm like,
Oh my god, that is crazy dangerous.
well, not only that, I'm like, you understand that barrel's gonna get hot, and then the
Right.
tape's gonna like melt onto there, but
No.
also shred, and you're putting weight
Yeah.
on, like, it's okay.
I don't even know. But then like the goo that's left
Yeah,
after all
that's
of
what I
that.
mean. Yeah,
Ugh. Duct
like,
tape leaves like the worst residue. Ew.
yeah. All
That would
right.
drive me crazy.
This, oh shit, I forgot about this one. uh, so teach a beginner with a Gucci Glock and no fundamentals, or getting a surprise spa facial while blindfolded. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but this is what Jarvis asked. So I was
Jarvis.
like, yo, I'm not I'm not trying to, go some weird way, but it just asks, do you want to teach a beginner with a Gucci Glock with no fundamentals, or get a surprise spa facial while blindfolded?
I'm gonna teach. The Gucci clock, no fundamentals. I don't know what that last one is. I'm
I don't
afraid.
know.
I'm
I'm gonna roll.
afraid.
I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna go with the spa.
It
get
could
some
be refreshing.
moisture.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Come back.
The feeling of something hitting my face and I can't see what it is. Nope. Nope. Nope.
How do you? I mean, how would you know if you don't try? I'm just saying. I can't say that. So I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't think I
You
would
could be
enjoy it, but I'll find out.
you could be the risk taker for us in that
Yeah.
situation.
All right. Um, it's the apocalypse. You have one magazine left, a dirty rifle, and the chance to take a hot shower. Which one do you clean? So your rifle or yourself?
Oh, I'm taking a shower, man. My rifle will be good. Just put some gun butter on that sucker and I'm good.
See, I'm in
Take a
Florida.
shower.
I'll be like, dude, it'll rain and be hot at the same time sometime soon. I'll probably clean this bitch. There's a lot of water out here and sand. So this thing's probably getting cleaned. I'm like, yeah, it'll be fine. You know,
Well, considering I don't clean my rifles and it's not the apocalypse, I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
if I don't
Yeah.
have to clean my guns, I'm not.
You get along with Darius very well, don't you? Because that dude doesn't clean shit.
I'm like,
Nothing.
I don't
All
know,
right.
maybe I don't know, 5,000 rounds, sure, whatever.
So the last question. You're given unlimited ammo for life,
Ooh,
but
yes.
you have to only shoot high points forever. Are you taking that?
Oh, oh, that's just rude. High points forever.
If you
I
want
can't shoot
unlimited
nothing
ammo,
else.
yeah.
Unlimited, but I can't shoot anything else.
Well, it says
No,
high points. That's
I'm gonna have to pay for my own ammo. I can't.
yeah. You can go fuck yourself. I ain't doing that. Mm-mm. No,
No, I'm not doing that
no,
forever.
yeah,
Nothing else.
no,
Nah, son, I
no,
can't. I love guns too much
yeah,
for that.
yeah. No,
I mean,
you're
actually, when we were at GunCon, High Point actually did have a couple of things. Like, all right, this isn't
yeah.
as bad, but not for the rest of my life. No,
No,
keep your
no,
free ammo.
yeah. They're high on life because there ain't no way I'm doing that. Mm-mm. No, no. You got a
It's a
problem.
cute. I shot one just to say you did, but not a no, not for the rest of the
The
life.
only one I've ever shot was like the carbine. I refused to shoot the handgun.
Yeah,
The carbine was okay.
yeah. I was like,
Their
all right,
pistols
okay,
were
okay.
straight garbage.
So boxy. They're just
Ugh,
so fat and boxy. Like, how do you
ugh.
even? Yeah,
It's like an apple on a
it's
stick.
weird. Yeah, it's a weird experience.
It's
Weird.
it's
Yeah.
uh all right, so for the last part, where can people find you, follow your work, and train with you?
Sure. So we're at honeybeartactical.com is our website. You can get all the information about any upcoming classes. We do private lessons, instructor development, all kinds of cool stuff. And then also we have a YouTube channel, HoneyBear Tactical, where you can check out all of our latest reviews on guns, places we've been, all the cool stuff we do. You can follow me on Instagram. GutPunchBarbie is my Instagram. And then I'm on Facebook, Charneta Samms, and let's see what else. You can also follow us on HoneyBear Tactical, our Instagram, and I think that's pretty much it. LinkedIn, Charneta Samms. I'm kind of out there. I don't really. I have a Twitter account. Don't really do it though. Or excuse me. I'm sorry. X. I have one, but not really out there as much. But mostly I post on Instagram.
Okay. Well, again, like I said, I'm gonna post everything down below so that they have all the links to get to
Oh
you.
yeah, don't forget a
Really,
girl in the gun.
girl in
agirlinthegun.org.
a gun,
You can find you can find the
and
Baltimore and the Frederick chapter.
they have other chapters too. So
Yes,
like if
across the
women are
country.
okay,
There's probably a chapter near you, ladies. Definitely check it out.
awesome. Well, you were the first woman in the bunker with us, and
Woo!
I'm glad that we had you. Got a lot of, I think we a lot of good questions to kind of, you know, merge the gap between, women being more standoffish and guys trying to teach to women how they teach guys, and it's like you can't do it that way. It doesn't work that way. So appreciate you bringing your insight. Can't wait to see you guys again. Hopefully it's before GunCon next year, but if not, we'll be there. But
Absolutely.
here you guys go. We got Char, Gut Punch Barbie. We appreciate her. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Go check her out and everything she's doing, and get out there and train. I mean, that's the biggest thing is get around people. You don't have to just immediately get the gun. Just start your journey, and don't stop after getting a gun. Don't just be like, well, I got a gun, so I don't need to train. No, we do it all the time, and we teach. So it's got to be something that you got to do. But that's it for this episode. Can't wait to see you guys bunkered down next week. Again, thank you, Char, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And we will see you guys next week.